Alright, here's another quick video. One of the things that we do in math a lot, right? We get like real tired of writing a lot of stuff. We get lazy, and so we come up with little notations and little symbols and all kinds of stuff that mean the same thing. So, you already know this. Instead of having to write 2 times, T-I-M-E-S, right? 2 times 4, or 2 multiplied by 4, M-U-L-T-I-P. Okay, instead of having to write that, you can just write 2x4, and then that's it, right? Super simple. So this is the same idea. Instead of having to write out stuff like, line whatever equals line whatever, all this stuff, we can, with triangles and other shapes, use these little tick marks. We use tick marks. They kind of look like an equal sign sometimes, right? So, for example, we might say, this line is congruent to this line. Over here, congruent to over here. And it actually literally kind of looks like an equal sign, so that makes sense. But in order to differentiate this line from the other lines, which might be congruent, we might use a different number of little tick marks. So, for example, these 2 lines are congruent to each other because they've got 1 tick mark, but they're not congruent to this line over here. This one, not congruent to this one. 1 tick mark, 2 tick marks. 1 tick mark, 2 tick marks. 1 tick mark, 1 tick mark, totally congruent. 2 tick marks, 2 tick marks, totally congruent. And then, as a further example, maybe we do 3 tick marks over here, 3 over here. If you have like a billion-sided shape, you just like keep making more tick marks. It's fine. You can do kind of like whatever. This is just like a standard convention, and it'll help you to write stuff out. So when you're doing these like really big complicated proofs, you can kind of annotate your own diagram and put little tick marks so that you know which things are congruent to which things. Sometimes we will even put stuff when it's congruent to itself. We'll write it this way as well. But let's use this thing.